or cement, or everything.
Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun.
Put it all behind us.
Wait, let me just talk about it for a few minutes.
Anything on the riverfront Esplanade project in Newark?
Says the matching funds are this close.
Today.
That's right, Gary. After years of planning and delays, there's finally good news for Newark, coming from the banks of the Passaic River, where today, State Assemblyman Ronald Zellman held a press conference to announce the release of the first $25 million in state and federal matching funds.
We were sitting with Carmine all night long. You never once mentioned you bought a place in Jersey.
Maybe it was Johnny Sack who actually got inside information from Zellman a lot earlier than we may have previously thought, hence his move to Jersey.
Why? I gotta find out secondhand.
The time has come to return the city of Newark and its waterfront to its past glory. By the year 2003, this long-neglected stretch of riverfront will be alive with condominiums, film studios, and public parks, a self-perpetuating revenue base. The $100 million Newark Museum of Science and Trucking will serve to make this Esplanade the destination attraction of the tri-state area.
The Esplanade is a legitimate project. The devil's in the details, though, which is where Tony and his crew come in.
Oh, here he is. Here's the Newark's newest hotel. Hot town.
Anything else with the Esplanade I should know?
Good news about the Esplanade. The legislature has voted to refund the special Newark Development District along Frelinghuysen Avenue.
These stores selling sneakers and turnip greens.
It's a demographic imperative. Hoboken's maxed out. Your product people are already moving to Down Neck. Where are they going to go next?
But this creates this high-stakes tension between Jersey and New York crews over the site's massive profit potential.
You know, my old man, he had a piece of the garbage transfer station in Lower Manhattan back in the 70s.
Hey, garbage is our bread and butter.
Was. Now, people told him, stop buying up the abandoned buildings around here. But he couldn't see it.
And now it's Tribeca.
Whoa, Chrissy said team made a killing in real estate down Frelinghuysen. That assemblyman guy hyped into it.
You explain the other thing I want to talk about.
Sure. Tony, it's come to our attention you bought property around Frelinghuysen Avenue and turned it in a week.
So?
You did it with inside knowledge from Ron Zellman.
Come to your attention from where?
Well, leave that. Don't touch that. My program's coming on. John, love you, babe. Don't let me rot now.
That property's hot because of the Esplanade. We share the Esplanade. We share Zellman. If the Soprano family's going to benefit from it, then Carmine feels we should have too.
How exactly do these crime families get in on these projects? It's not like Tony owns a construction firm or a contracting business or something. Well, that's where the no-show, no-work jobs come in.
Ralph came through with those jobs.
What did Tony say?
It was Tony made him do it.
In another video I published a while back, I discussed the differences between no-show and no-work jobs.
If I were a carpenter.
But as a quick review, no-show means no show. You don't show up. No work means you have to show up to the job, but you don't really have to work. You just have to suffer the torture of sitting in your lawn chair from 10:30 to 3, eating donuts, ice cream, and shooting the shit with the other guys there.
My checks come in yet?
I don't know. I didn't see the girl.
I tell you, this no-show shit is tough. Deciding what not to wear to work, what not to put in my lunchbox.
You're breaking my heart.
Hey, Phil. Glad to see you not exerting yourself in this heat.
Boss, now he comes. As soon as the Jersey tomatoes are in season, you can't keep these New York guys away.
For the record, I had my guy go over the books. We can do maybe 2 carpenter jobs, 1 no-show, 1 no-work.
Issues on the job site aren't necessarily going to be between families. Sometimes it's within families, like the number of no-show and no-work jobs that each captain gets to dole out how they please.
Here it is. And this comes from... For the duration, you will give Paulie 5 carpenter jobs, 2 no-shows, and 3 no-works.
And we know that Paulie already doesn't like Ralph, and his frustration with what he perceives as Tony's favoritism leads him to run his mouth again to the underboss of the Lupertazzi family, Johnny Sack.
Fiber optic cable, high-speed internet access.
A lot of money in this shit.
Oh, yeah?
You should see the floor tiles, though. That got delivered to the job site? Mexican travertine.
It's not just the construction jobs themselves, it's also some of the goods and materials that come with the construction.
Alicia,
What?
this case is toner come in yet?
Yeah, it's in the trailer.
I'm gonna gas up. I'll be right back.
Toner cartridges now. You're not skimming enough from this shop.
It's not that the buildings don't get built or that the projects don't get finished, but things get skimmed off the top, which could cause problems and compromise the physical integrity of a project or safety, like the situation that Jack Masserone brought to Tony's attention on the golf course.
Listen, I don't mean to be a pest, but some of your guys...
I told you I'd take care of it.
This is not the fiber optics. I'm talking about the floor tiles.
What floor tiles?
Last night, somebody hijacked a trailer. The truck crushed a shed on its way out.
Oh, look what the cat dragged in.
But what happens when the workers that are actual workers that should be working on these projects find out a bunch of guys are just sitting around doing nothing? They'll either know better than to get involved because it's the mafia, or if they aren't scared, they might speak up, and then Tony and the construction boss can deal with it as needed.
My place 24/7. 3 days I'm down already.
Who?
This hard-on Reverend Herman James Jr. He's an old song, not enough minorities doing the joint fitting.
Masserone gave me 5 no-shows.
Are we whacking up 2.5 each?
3-2.
Hey, I should be looking for 3-2 my way. I gotta kick upstairs to Uncle Junior. 2.5 each.
Hey, man, all your guys are in on this shit. These protesters find out I'm not in my pockets with their blood. It's me they're crying for. And they're hell no, 3-2.
Now let's get back to those residential properties and area around the Esplanade that's ripe for redevelopment.
The location's the key, right? I mean, otherwise you get stuck with shit.
Sometimes there's money and shit.
Okay, we got a guy. Dr. Fried is a urologist. We're gonna give him $500,000 of our money, have him grab up these 4 houses on Garside Street for $125,000 apiece.
The old first war.
Once we own the houses, we got an appraiser who played ball. He's gonna reappraise them in the $300,000 range.
Yo, Vic. You don't return Johnny's phone calls? I'm only the appraiser.
You do, Maurice, you take the phony appraisals to HUD. Tell them your urban housing league wants to buy up these shitholes, convert them into low-cost housing for working families. Once HUD guarantees the mortgage up, you take it to the bank. They cut a check, and we work it up nice.
At which point I assume my organization fails to make the mortgage payment.
Unforeseen construction delays and repeated vandalism forced the project into dissolution. We all walk away from the houses.
1 day at a time.
Dr. Fried, 1,300,000. Mr. Tiffin, you take possession as of today.
Good luck now, and congratulations.
And there's plenty more where that came from. There's a lot of poor families need affordable housing in Newark.
Is it gonna be a nice house here now?
Fucking Zellman. Fucking real estate scam.
You're feeling higher than ever, you think. We had some words. Tony made it right.
It's a different one now. I'm not sure what it is. All I know is fucking Ralph is going around bragging about how much they're making.
If I had to pick the biggest personnel issues related to these housing, construction, and other development projects, it would be Polly from New Jersey and Johnny Sack from New York. Because of Polly telling Johnny Sack about this HUD scam, more trouble ensues between the families. Job sites get shut down, work gets put on hold, and neither side is happy. But then Johnny Sack takes things to a whole new level when he suggests taking out Carmine Sr. as a solution. Johnny Sack is willing to sacrifice a lot of money down the road in order to become the boss. He's thinking of himself here and certainly not looking out for the family's best interests.
What would it take?
Fuck even 1 percentage point. All claims to my HUD business are irrigated. All right. All future construction projects, 60-40, in my favor.
Just talk to Carmine. He's ready to settle.
Are you kidding me? Everything's in motion.
Welcome to my world.
Johnny says, "Welcome to my world," when the hit on Carmine is called off at the last second. How many times has Johnny plotted to do this and then backed out?
Zellman had a hand in HUD, so I can't, as a matter of principle, relinquish my claim. I said 40, you said 5.5, which was ridiculous. Let's split the difference. 20%.
15.
You know what? In the interest of putting this shit to bed, if that's what it's going to take, 15.
Who's going to quibble with patriotic entrepreneurism?
The Esplanade serves as a great metaphor for the hollow promise of the American dream, as presented on the show.
I'm borrowing money myself to grab up parcels along Frelinghuysen Ave through a shell company. And a private citizen like you? Who's going to quibble with patriotic entrepreneurism?
This site is shut down until further notice.
This economy, hello. I mean, even the crappiest McJobs aren't there. Besides, I wouldn't want to take away a job a minority could have.
He tells Meadow that he doesn't want to take a job that could go to a minority, but in this case, he's taking the job of a laborer. $20 an hour, nice union wage.
The most I ever did, though, is like help my dad paint.
He said you don't need experience to be a laborer or something. Pays like $20 an hour.
Holy shit. How's that even possible?
Talk about history here, AJ. Your family's history, Newark's history. Most Italians couldn't even find a church that wanted them. So what did they do? Did they cry? Did they go to the government with their hand out?
Actually, ever hear of HUD?
Your great-grandfather helped build that almost 80 years ago. He was a stonemason, the old man. Came over from Avellino.
This proud Italian heritage and the history of Italian immigrants being proud of this neighborhood. Meanwhile, Tony's doing housing scams in that very neighborhood.
To the federal government.
Depends on which department.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear from you.